This is definitely one of the biggest production technology jobs, mainly focused on lighting that we've done. It's over 545 active fixtures spread out across the whole production line and surrounding spaces. It looks fantastic, but it hasn't been an easy task.
The initial response was, this is going to be challenging, and it has been at moments. It's such an incredible space to work in, and it's a real honour to be standing in areas like this, you know, which are not open to the public, and even car owners themselves will very rarely see this other than some select VIP guests. So to be able to see the space and then adapt it and change it into this, you know, really cool immersive environment that we've created is a really special opportunity.
In the Heritage Walk, we had profiles in there that were lighting the cars, also some colour force buttons to light up the side of the walls that also have pixel mapping, so we can map practically from one end to the other through light, and just have a really nice soft fade that went through as people came through. It's about creating atmosphere, really. Without that type of lighting, the whole thing would look really flat. It really emphasises the cars and brings it more to life. So
there's two very distinct sections to the guest arrival journey, I think. We start in a very high ambient light areas where we've got lots of windows that we, you know, from the building itself. So in those areas we try to keep it bright, fresh, clean and smart, and just on brand for Aston Martin with appropriate colour schemes, lighting where appropriate, and adding some lovely eye candy visuals to a lot of the vehicles that are on display. Moving into the factory section is where we've tried to make it a more immersive experience, and we've had the ability to create a low ambient light level with an actual black point. So from then we've decided to go very heavy on the haze. Branding wise, we've looked at using some really dynamic effects through lots of depth of space, which you can see in the immersive tunnel there. And that's the start of the guest journey in the kind of more theatrical setting that we've created.
It's a custom-built soundtrack made by actually Wallbridge, and we've taken each individual track and staggered it effectively all the way down the corridor. Doing so, you get a real sort of immersive experience of the engine noises and everything travelling around it in the corridor as such.
I think my favourite section is probably the immersive tunnel, because it's quite impactful. It's the first look the guests get at what they're walking through, and the fact that it's a working production line and will continue to be after they finish their food.
I'm a bit biased, so I actually think the LED at the end is quite nice, but I mean the sound and the lights put together as well make it a really very immersive experience.
And that leads us nicely into this champagne bar, which again is on brand. We've got Aston Martin colours and we've got lovely textures, but it still feels classy and the kind of space that Aston Martin customers want to be in. These are high-end customers, and we need to reflect that in everything we do. And then of course we've got the gauze reveal here to theatrically reveal dinner. We've tried to create as many small moments for the guests to savour and enjoy as we can in a night where they've already bought the vehicle they're here to see. But we want to make sure it's special and a one-off for these customers that have paid a lot of money for their cars and are looking for a bespoke experience. So as this is the first time the customers will actually see the car in real life, we wanted to make sure that there was something they weren't going to forget, and the reveal moment is pretty special. We've got some really high impact, high energy moments in that, just to really sing to the car's performance. Lots of dynamic effects, lighting styles, and also singing to the factory itself and showing off a bit of the area where the actual car was built and the production line that it sits on.
So every night we have to do a turnaround, so you might be able to see in the background. We have rolling risers with all the fixtures on that's in the way every evening, and after the show every day we have to turn those around and put them back. So effectively it's a changeover every day and a rebuild.
I think we'd, as a creative team, we would certainly say this space that we're in right now is our our proudest achievement in this. It's very rare that you'd get to light 40 Aston Martin cars in chassis form, and to do such a wonderful job. I can't say that's very fucking arrogant, isn't it? Wow, we have done a great job though.
Yeah, I'm proud.
I've been at Connect Live now 8 months, and this is probably my favourite gig that I've done so far.
I don't think we would be able to pull off jobs like this in such difficult working environments and close timings if we weren't all pretty close, good friends. It's the fact that we bounce off each other and can have a laugh at the same time is how it gets all done, because realistically if we weren't, I don't think this amount of kit in here would be achievable.
Probably my favourite light here is...
Oh, well, shut up and put that in the box, man.